Did you know nearly two-thirds of drivers distrust auto repair shops? That's right. About 63% of car owners say they've either been burned or at least felt uneasy about a mechanic's advice. And honestly, who can blame them? The auto repair world has always carried a bit of a shady reputation. As someone who spent years inside the auto industry, I can tell you this. Mechanics don't just fix cars, they know how to fix people too. They rely on fear, confusion, and pressure tactics to make you say yes to repairs you might not even need. The result? You leave lighter in the wallet while they cash in on your lack of knowledge. Today, I'm exposing 13 of the most common mechanic scams, the tricks they don't want you to know about. More importantly, I'll show you how to spot them, fight back, and keep your hard-earned money in your pocket. And if you stick around until the very end, I'll reveal one golden rule that guarantees you'll never fall for a mechanic scam again. Let's get into it. Scam number 1, the urgent fluid flush. Here's the setup. You walk into a shop for a simple oil change, and suddenly the mechanic strolls out holding a grimy-looking jar of fluid. They say something like, "This coolant is toxic to your engine. If we don't flush it right now, your car could overheat and die on the road." Sounds terrifying, right? But here's the truth. Most fluids are perfectly fine for 50,000 to 100,000 miles. Some shady shops start pushing flushes as early as 30,000 miles. Why? Because fluid flushes are one of the easiest money makers in the industry. And here's a little secret. Sometimes the sample they show you isn't even from your car. Yep, you're being scared into spending $150 to $300 for nothing. How to protect yourself? Ask for proof, like a test strip or a lab report. Ignore buzzwords like sludge or contamination if your manual still says the fluid is good. Remember this, skipping unnecessary flushes saves you hundreds without harming your car. Scam number 2, the mystery check engine light. Nothing raises your blood pressure faster than that little orange glow. The check engine light. Mechanics know this. It's a gold mine. They might say, "This could be catastrophic. It'll cost $1,000 to fix." But here's the reality. Nearly 1 in 10 check engine lights are triggered by minor issues, like a loose gas cap. Instead of panicking, buy a $20 OBD2 scanner and check the code yourself. Look it up online before agreeing to any repair. Examples. Code P0455 equals loose gas cap. Solution, replace for $20 or less. Code P0171 equals dirty air filter or small vacuum leak, often fixed in minutes. Code P0420 equals catalytic converter efficiency issue, but in many cases, it's just a faulty sensor, not a $1,000 repair. Scammers bank on fear. Knowledge saves you money. Scam number 3, premature air filter replacement. A mechanic pulls out a dusty filter and acts like your engine is suffocating. But most air filters last 15,000 to 30,000 miles. Replacing early is pure profit padding. Here's how you fight it. Open your hood before service. It's usually a 2-minute check. Snap a quick photo. If they later show you a different filter, you'll know. Replace only when it's genuinely dirty, not when someone waves it in your face. Real story? A friend of mine was told his filter was critical. He'd replaced it just 2 weeks earlier. That's how brazen this scam can be. Scam number 4, synthetic oil upsell. Your car needs synthetic oil. Sounds high-tech and protective. But here's the kicker. About 75% of cars don't require it. Synthetic is great for turbo engines, extreme heat, or cold climates. But for everyday drivers, if your manual doesn't say required, you're just burning extra cash. How to dodge this scam? Check your manual or even your oil cap. It tells you what to use. Don't be swayed by phrases like reduces wear or protects better. Conventional oil is already engineered for protection. Scam number 5, brake pad fear tactics. Brakes are emotional. Nobody wants to risk safety, and mechanics know it. They'll say your pads are dangerously thin even when they're perfectly safe. Truth, pads are fine until they hit about 3 millimeters thickness. Many shops push replacements at 5 millimeters or more, way too early. Defend yourself by asking for exact measurements, listening for squealing wear indicators. They'll warn you naturally. Getting a second opinion. Spending $50 on another shop can save you $500 in fake repairs. Scam number 6, the factory parts only. Some dealers push OEM, original equipment manufacturer, parts as if they're mandatory. They'll say aftermarket parts will void your warranty. That's a lie. In fact, 89% of aftermarket parts perform just as well, and they're often half the price. How to beat this scam? Ask for high-quality aftermarket options. Check your warranty. It usually allows genuine or equivalent. Don't fall for scare tactics. OEM isn't the only way to go. Scam number 7, overcharging for simple jobs. Ever seen a bill for $150 to change a cabin air filter? That's a 5-minute job. DIY solution. Look up your car on YouTube. You'll find step-by-step guides. Many of these big-ticket jobs are as easy as changing a vacuum bag. Save your labor costs for real repairs, not the stuff you can do at home in 10 minutes. Scam number 8, phantom repairs. This one's infuriating. You're charged for work that never happens. Shops claim they swapped a pump, replaced a filter, or flushed a system, but didn't touch a thing. How to protect yourself? Ask to see old parts. A legit shop won't hesitate. Take before and after photos of the engine bay. Scan your invoice for vague terms like system serviced. That's a red flag. Phantom repairs are theft, plain and simple. Scam number 9, your warranty will be void. Dealerships love to throw this one at you. If you don't do all service here, your warranty is void. Not true. The Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act protects you. As long as you use equivalent parts and follow manufacturer standards, your warranty stays intact. Pro tip, keep every receipt and record of maintenance. If a dealer tries to deny a claim unfairly, file with the FTC, they'll back you up. Scam number 10, blinker fluid and other fake products. Yes, people actually fall for this. Shops have sold things like premium blinker fluid or miracle engine additives that do nothing. Rule of thumb, if it sounds ridiculous, it probably is. Modern fuels and fluids already have additives built in. Don't pay for snake oil. Scam number 11, shock and strut upsells. You've hit 60,000 miles. Time for new shocks. Heard that before? Mileage alone doesn't dictate shock life. It's about how you drive and what roads you take. Test it yourself. Push down on each corner of your car. If it bounces more than twice, maybe they're worn. Otherwise, keep your $1,000. Scam number 12, inflated labor hours. A job that takes 30 minutes billed as 3 hours? That's padded labor. Your defense, check fair labor rates on RepairPal. Always ask for a breakdown, parts versus labor. Get a written estimate before authorizing anything. Shops hate accountability, so shine a light on their billing. Scam number 13, the free inspection. Trap-free inspection sounds nice, right? But statistics show 22% of them lead to unnecessary upsells. They'll point to worn suspension parts, belts, or hoses, exaggerating the risk to scare you into same-day repairs. How to avoid it? Never approve repairs on the spot. Get a second opinion. Remember, real emergencies are rare. You usually have time to think it through. The one rule to never get scammed. Whenever a mechanic calls something urgent, pause and follow this rule. Ask for proof. Photos, old parts, documentation. Make them show you. Check reviews. Look them up on BBB, Google, or Yelp. Seek a second opinion. Shady shops hate scrutiny. It's their worst enemy. Follow this one rule, and scams collapse under pressure. Now you know 13 of the most common car repair scams. From urgent fluid flushes and fake parts to phantom repairs and inflated labor hours. Mechanics prey on fear and confusion. But now, you've got the insider playbook. Remember, knowledge is your strongest defense. The more you understand your car, the harder it is for anyone to rip you off. If this video saved you money, or if you learned something new, please take a second to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It may seem small, but it truly helps the channel grow and allows me to keep creating more helpful videos just like this one. Together, we can make the road a safer and smarter place for every driver. But here's the thing, Scams don't always show up as big-ticket repairs. Sometimes they're hidden in the smallest details that most drivers overlook. For example, have you ever noticed how a shop might recommend a tire rotation every time you go in? While rotations are good, doing them too often is just another subtle way of padding the bill. Tires generally need rotating every 5,000 to 8,000 miles, not at every single oil change like some shops claim. Another overlooked scam, the lifetime service pitch. A mechanic might tell you, this is a one-time service that protects your car for life. Sounds reassuring, right? But in reality, nothing in a car lasts forever. Lifetime warranties usually come with fine print that requires you to come back for inspections or checkups, where, surprise, they find extra repairs you need to pay for. Scammers are also masters of scare language. Phrases like catastrophic failure, critical damage, or unsafe to drive are designed to push you into saying yes without thinking. Here's a tip. Anytime a shop says your car is unsafe, ask them to physically show you why. If they can't prove it, chances are it's an upsell in disguise. Let's talk about tires for a second. Some shops love to claim your tread is dangerously low when it's actually fine. The law says you need at least 2/32 of an inch to be safe, but most people replace at around 4/32 for peace of mind. Mechanics know this, and they'll try to convince you at 6/32 or higher when your tires still have plenty of life left. An easy way to check. Grab a penny, insert it head first into the tread. If Lincoln's head is fully visible, yeah, it's time. If not, you're safe. Don't let anyone trick you into $600 worth of tires you don't need yet. And then there's the old bundled service scam. Ever been told you need a brake service, fluid flush, tire balance, and alignment all at once? Shops stack repairs like this because it creates a sense of urgency and confusion. The trick is simple. Overwhelm you with so many recommendations that you just say yes to everything. Instead, ask for an itemized list and tackle each service based on priority. 9 times out of 10, half of those urgent repairs can wait. Here's another sneaky one. Battery scams. You might be told your battery is weak when it actually has plenty of juice left. The mechanic hooks it up to a tester, shows you a vague chart, and suddenly you're convinced you need a $200 replacement. The truth? Most modern batteries last 4 to 5 years. If yours is younger than that and you haven't noticed slow starts or dimming lights, chances are it's fine. A quick test at an auto parts store, usually free, will give you an honest reading. And don't forget alignment scams. Shops love to push alignments even when your car drives perfectly straight. They might say your alignment is off, it's wearing your tires unevenly. But unless you're noticing pulling, uneven tread, or your steering wheel is crooked, you're probably fine. And alignment isn't something that needs to be done on a schedule. It's done when you hit a pothole, curb, or notice a real issue. Now here's the wildest part. Sometimes scams don't even happen inside the shop. They start in your mailbox. Those coupons and special offers you get from dealerships or chains, many of them are designed to lure you in with a cheap oil change, only to hammer you with upsells once your car's on the lift. Think of it as bait and switch marketing, dressed up as a discount. And here's something most drivers never realize. Mechanics often work on commission. That means the more services they sell, the more money they make. It creates a system where honesty competes with incentives. And unfortunately, upselling wins too often. So what can you do to stay ahead? Build a relationship with one trusted shop. Look for mechanics with transparent pricing, clear communication, and good reviews. A mechanic who earns your trust won't need scare tactics. They'll let their work speak for itself. Because at the end of the day, protecting yourself isn't just about knowing the scams, it's about changing how you react to them. Confidence is your greatest shield. The moment a shop senses you know your stuff, the pressure fades. And suddenly, those urgent repairs don't sound so urgent anymore. If you made it this far, give yourself credit. You're now way ahead of the average car owner when it comes to spotting scams. And hey, if this breakdown saved you stress or money, do me a favor.